Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Nugget of Two Time with Pastor Matt on a foggy Thursday morning. Nugget number 409. This nugget you might actually want to consider forwarding and passing it along to somebody else. You know, grace is only recognized when we are aware of our sin and our guilt. I wish I had more time than 3 minutes. I try to keep these short. Paul in the epistles is talking to Christians and Gentile, mostly Jewish believers, but Christians. And he's talking about grace, grace, grace. And here at the church, we've tried to make a big deal about God's grace, and it gives you new identity and authority. But when Paul's talking to this Roman Felix, he's not talking about grace. He's talking about righteousness, self-control, and judgment to come. Why didn't he speak to grace? Because Felix was, as a Roman citizen, largely unacquainted with the law and satisfied with the options of the Roman pantheon. The empire's religion had numerous patron gods to pick and choose from, most of their own easy on morality. In such context, grace means nothing. Conviction must come first. Righteousness, self-control, and judgment must be taught. What does grace mean in our society? This is important. In the minds of those who are convinced of their sinfulness, it is a refreshing oasis of relief from a dry spiritual desert. But, this is a big one, but for those who have embraced a fuzzy, relative morality, the whatever you like ethics of our age, grace means nothing. Why would a generation that is to find its own easy standards need a merciful God? What is there to forgive? Wow. So, talk about divides in our country and divides in our culture. This is yet just another divide. Christians, people who are aware of their sin, we appreciate grace. People who are just relative in their own morality and the do whatever you like ethics of our age, grace means nothing to them. I guess the takeaway is, are we praying for people to feel a sense of conviction? We pray that, I think our default is for them to feel a sense of God's love and mercy, basically to become aware of God's grace. But maybe first, we need to pray for them to feel a sense of conviction. Righteousness, self-control, and judgment must be taught. Wow. That's why we must live in a way that conveys God's purity, not holier-than-thou judgment, but a radical sacred change of lifestyle. Instead of fearing that our friends will respond as Felix did, we should rather fear a generation that has lost any concept of sin. Wow. That's today, isn't it? So, I guess we can still pray for people to experience God's love and grace and mercy, but if we live in a society where everybody makes up their own right or wrong, maybe we need to pray more intentionally for them to have a sense of conviction first. Take care. God bless. Bye.